हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आई वेलकम यू टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल द टेक्स्ट ब्लूप्रिंट। द टेक्स्ट ब्लूप्रिंट में आपका स्वागत है। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस एन इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक which is capital gain. This is the fourth head under the Income Tax Act out of the five heads. The charging section of the capital gain is Section 45 of Income Tax Act 1961 and Section 67 of Proposed Income Tax Bill 2025. Although there is no big difference in Section 67 of New Income Tax Bill and Section 45 of the Income Tax Act 1961, hence we are discussing the provision as per Section 45 and its subsection in Income Tax Act 1961. Before going ahead, we must know what is the capital gain. And the Section 45, subsection 1 defines the capital gain. Before moving forward, we must know what is capital gain. And the capital gain is described or defined in section 45, subsection 1, which says any profit or gain arises from transfer of capital asset shall be chargeable to income tax under the head capital gain and shall be deemed to be income of the previous year in which transfer took place. It means if we transfer any capital asset in any previous year, it shall be chargeable to capital gain in the year in which transfer took place. So the two important aspects coming out from this definition, one is capital asset, other one is transfer. So we must know what exactly it means. So capital asset is been defined in section 2 clause 14 and meaning of transfer is been defined in section 2 clause 47. We are taking it one by one. First of all, we are going to discuss section 2 clause 14 of which says what is capital asset. Capital asset includes property of any kind, securities held by foreign institutional investors FIIs, ULIP policy where premium paid exceeding rupees 2.5 lakh in a year. The additional amount which is over and above the 2.5 lakh are capital assets and the maturity of excessive amount shall be taxed under the head capital gain. Apart from this, there are few personal movable effect movable items which are covered under the capital asset. It includes jewelry, archaeological collection, drawing, painting, sculptures, any work of art. Only these six kind of personal movable effects are covered under the capital asset definition, which is given in section 2, clause 14. Apart from this, urban agricultural land is also a capital asset. 6.5% gold bond are also capital assets. Special bearer bond issued by central government is also covered under the capital asset. Gold deposit bond are also capital assets. These are the capital assets. Now we are moving to what is transfer. Transfer is defined in section 2 clause 14 which says transfer means sales, exchange, relinquishment of any asset, extinguishment of right in an asset, compulsory acquisition by government, conversion of capital asset into stock in trade, maturity of zero coupon bond, providing the possession of the property without transferring the title on that property, acquiring a share in the cooperative society to enjoy the property of that society, land and which is land and building. All these transactions are considered as a transfer. It is being concluded if any of the capital asset which is described in section 2 clause 14 and gets transferred. Transferred, the meaning of transfer as per section 2 clause 47 takes place in any previous year, it shall be taxed under the head capital gain. यानी कि अगर कोई भी कैपिटल एसेट ट्रांसफर होती है किसी फाइनेंशियल ईयर में, तो वो उसके फाइनेंशियल ईयर के अंदर कैपिटल गेन में टैक्स्ड होगी. As we know, the capital gain arises on transfer of capital assets. At the same time, it is important to what type of capital gain may arise. There are two type of capital gain that may arise. That is short-term capital gain, or second is long-term capital gain. It will be decided on the basis of holding period of the capital assets. कैपिटल गेन दो तरह के होते हैं. एक शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन हो सकता है, दूसरा लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन हो सकता है. ये डिपेंड करता है कि आपने एसेट को कितने पीरियड के लिए होल्ड किया बिफोर गेटिंग ट्रांसफर दैट एसेट. किसी एसेट को ट्रांसफर करने से पहले कितने पीरियड के लिए होल्ड किया, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा कि शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन अराइज होगा या लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन अराइज होगा. Now another question arises, what are the short-term capital asset or long-term capital asset? Meaning thereby when we will say that that a particular asset is a short-term capital asset or the particular asset is a long-term capital asset. Short-term capital asset is being defined. Section 2, clause 42A says short-term capital asset means which are held for a period of 24 month or less. Any asset which is held for 24 month or less is a short-term capital asset. Except followings. If you are holding listed securities, equity shares of a company listed in stock exchange, unit of UTI, zero coupon bond, and equity oriented mutual fund, and if they are held for equal to or less than 12 months, they will be treated or called as short-term capital asset. Holding period for these asset listed securities, equity share in a listed stock exchange company, unit of UTI, zero coupon bond, and equity oriented mutual funds shall be short term capital assets if their holding period is equal to or less than 12 months in a finance before it gets transferred. Now we came to know, other than these assets, every capital asset, if it is held for a period of 24 months or less, before it get transferred, it will be treated as short-term capital asset. It will be a short-term capital asset. If we transfer any asset after a period of 24 months, other than listed securities, UTI, unit of UTI, zero coupon bond, and equity oriented mutual funds, it will be treated as short long term capital assets. Any asset which is held for more than 24 months, except these, shall be considered a long term capital assets. And the listed securities, unit of UTI, zero coupon bond, or equity oriented mutual funds shall be considered as long term capital asset if they are held for more than 12 months. If their holding period exceeds 12 months, if their holding period exceeds 12 months, they will be considered as long term capital assets. In the budget 2024, with effect from 23rd July 2024, an amendment was introduced that market linked debentures, unlisted bonds are always short term capital asset without considering the period of holding. यानी कि बजट 2024 में जो सेकंड बजट आया था, उसमें 23 जुलाई 2024 के बाद एक अमेंडमेंट आई थी, जिसमें कहा गया था कि मार्केट लिंक डिबेंचर्स, अनलिस्टेड बॉन्ड्स और ऑलवेज वो हमेशा ही शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल एसेट होंगे, चाहे पीरियड ऑफ होल्डिंग 24 मंथ हो और मोर देन दैट हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, वो हमेशा शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल एसेट कहलाएंगे. If we go by the definition of section 2 clause 29 double A, what is long term capital assets, it says which is not a short term capital assets. तो ये डेफिनेशन कहती है जो एसेट शॉर्ट टर्म नहीं है वो सब कैसी हैं, लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल एसेट्स हैं। तो अब मैं आपको एक इसके अलावा फॉर एग्जांपल बता दूं कि जो 24 मंथ की कैटेगरी में कवर होने वाली एसेट्स हैं, जिनका पीरियड ऑफ होल्डिंग इक्वल टू और लेस देन 24 मंथ है, वो ज्वेलरी है, पेंटिंग हो सकती है, लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग है, इसके अलावा जो एसेट शॉर्ट टर्म एसेट कहलाती हैं जिनका पीरियड ऑफ होल्डिंग 12 मंथ या उससे कम माना जाता है, तो पीरियड ऑफ होल्डिंग इज इक्वल टू 12 मंथ और लेस आर लिस्टेड सिक्योरिटीज, यूनिट ऑफ यूटीआई एंड इक्विटी ओरिएंटेड म्यूचुअल फंड। म्यूचुअल फंड ये शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल एसेट है अगर 12 महीने से कम पीरियड में ट्रांसफर की जाएंगी, और अगर 12 महीने के बाद पे के ट्रांसफर की जाती हैं तो ये लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल एसेट रहते हैं। At last, there is a question for my learned audience. A luxury car cost rupees 80 lakh, purchased 36 months before and sold for rupees 85 lakhs. What is the nature of capital asset and capital gain? I will be thankful for your answers. Please leave your comments in the comments box. Thanks for watching the text blueprint. Thanks.